Want to know how to use Neocolor IIs? Stick around, I'm going to give you 4 tips throughout this video. Hello creative souls and welcome to this week's video. For those of you that have newly subscribed, welcome to Purple Ladybird Art. I am Claire, I'm a self-taught mixed media artist and I love to share all my art materials over here on YouTube. I also have a Patreon page, which is why I had to think about it. Anyway, let's get on with the video. This week I am looking at Neocolor IIs. These are straight from my stash, although I haven't even opened these up yet and used them. They're one of my favourite and most used art materials, so I'm going to show you 4 ways to use them. So grab your sketchbook, grab a cup of tea. This is actually coffee, and let's get started. Right, so I've got out all my Neocolor IIs. So I've got a stash in an old biscuit tin. I have my summer palette that I tend to take away in my travel art kit, although this has changed recently and I've added more, so this is a slightly bigger tin, but anyway, you don't need to know that. And then most excitingly, I have got the 50th special edition. I think this is the dark set, which I thought would be great for landscapes. There we go. So these are essentially like crayons, but they are water soluble, so you can add water to them and use them like a watercolour. So I'm going to show you 4 ways to do that. I'm going to do it on this mixed media paper by Claire Fontaine. It's an A5 one, 250 GSM. You can literally use any media on this one, and the page is quite smooth. So I've had a little bit of an accident with my ring light. I tried to screw the arm too tight and it sort of snapped. So I've got a different setup today, so it may be a bit awkward, but you know, we carry on, don't we? Right, so these Neocolor IIs, I don't know what I'm going to say. I'm absolutely sweating. I can't have the windows open because the traffic's too noisy. I've literally got sweat dripping down my head. And I just don't know where to start, and I broke my ring light and oh my goodness. Right, let's get some light on the matter and start again. Right, so tip number 1 is you can use these dry. So I tend to use them to create marks over my artwork in my sketchbook. You don't have to wet them, you can literally use them like a crayon. Tip number 2. You can use them wet, so you can put them on dry, like so, and you can get your brush, water brush, or just a normal brush loaded with water, and add water, and you can have them as thick or as thin as you like, and depending on how much pressure you put down, depends on how much pigment goes onto the paper, and they blend really nicely too, so I use them like a watercolour. Let's blend the colours. Let me show you what I mean. So this is a yellow. Now another little tip is this has got a contaminated nib. No one needs that, so if you just get a damp cloth or a piece of tissue or kitchen roll, you can wipe any contamination off. So you put your yellow on. What did I do with the red? Oh, let's go with some orange over the top. I'm pressing quite hard, but I mean, you can go as hard as soft as you like, and go from the lightest end, and then you can see they blend in beautifully. And I think these Neocolor IIs are my favourites because they are so versatile. You can use them in so many different ways, and I'm all about the travel art kit. And so they fit nicely into a travel art kit. Okay, so tip number 1, tip number 2. What's tip number 3? Ooh, let me think. Straight from the crayon. So you can get your wet paintbrush, and if you just dibble it on the end, get some paint on your brush, and you can make marks straight from here. Okay, tip number 4 is Caran do a plastic palette, and it's slightly rough on one side, and what you do, should we get a different colour, is you draw straight on like so, and you can put some water on there and make a little pool of watercolour. So if you're painting a landscape or something botanical, you can get your colours all ready and use it like watercolour. So I've just grabbed my sketchbook, and here's an example of how I've used the Neocolor IIs the other weekend. So the background, this peachy colour, I think that was either this one or this one. But what I did is, before I started my painting, I put a layer of Neocolor II down, then put water over the top and made it like a watercolour. Then I let that dry, and then I did my acrylic painting over the top, I think that is, or it might be watercolour, I'm not quite sure. And then I used the Neocolor II as texture over the top. So that's just one example. Right, now I've shared those top tips with you, I thought I would swatch out this dark set of Neo pastels. There's 3 special edition colours in here. There's Caput Mortem, this one on the end. There's Dark Garnet, and there is Zinc Ochre. But I thought they'd be nice landscape colours. So maybe what I'll do after I swatch these out is do a quick landscape. So stick around to the end to see what art I can create with these Neocolor IIs. Well, look at those delicious beauties, and there's a Payne's Grey. There's a sepia, there's olive brown, I love the zinc ochre, and these 2 are just gorgeous. We've got dark garnet and Caput Mortem. I think they're very similar colours, but this is going to be lovely for, guess what I'm going to say, autumn landscapes. It's still the beginning of August, but autumn is just round the corner, I hope, because it's so hot in this attic, I'm sweating buckets. Too much information. Right, I've now got out my trusty Sea Whites watercolour journal. This is a place where I've been practicing my loose landscapes, mostly with watercolour, bit of pencil, bit of China marker. And so I thought I would put some Neocolor IIs down in here. And these colours remind me of the art graph. we go. That's as far as I've got. So I'm going to put some blue tape round and do a lovely little landscape. I'm going to use the art graph. Keep it simple, Claire. That's what we want, simplicity. Hills, distant hills. Don't know quite what's happened there. Should we have some sort of mountains? Mountains, gorgeous mountains. Should we leave it at that? I'm going to do Payne's Grey, inspired by the sky in this. So shall we go? Payne's Grey, I'm going to go straight on here with dry, and then I'm going to add water and see what happens. There is some texture to this sketchbook, so we will get texture showing through. It won't be totally smooth. Let's put some of this, what's this one? Dark garnet. Have I just gone over my hills? Have I? Right, let's get a big brush and do the sky. And we're just going to go in with lots of water. I was hoping it was going to rain here this afternoon. I rushed out there this morning. There was lots of grey clouds sort of looming. So I got all the garden cushions in. I got the garden umbrellas in. Sort of locked everything down ready, thinking, oh, we're going to get some rain. My garden's going to be so happy. And it hasn't really come to anything. It's very odd. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I wonder if we can lift it out a bit. Oh, drippage. See, and also with these Sea Whites journals, they're a bit more forgiving in sort of playing with water. Nice. Now let's do the distant mountains in light grey. It's a bit of a funny shaped mountain up here, isn't it? Let's use some Caput Mortem. I wonder what that means. Don't know. There we go. Mountains done. And let's go in with the water. See, the art graph will start to smudge in as well. And then if you don't overwork it, you can keep some of that texture in. Now we're coming down to the forefront. Let's Let's have some green down here. Then let's have some of the zinc. And then what shall we have here? Let's go green. Green with a bit of sepia chucked in. See what that does. See what it does. We don't know what it's going to do, do we? It's one big experiment of loveliness. I quite like it when you don't add too much water, because like I say, you've got the texture coming through of the page. And then gorgeous. Well, what an afternoon. I broke my ring light. Hey ho. So, top tips. Tip 1, dry. You can use them dry. Tip 2, you can use them wet. Tip 3, straight from the crayon. And tip 4, use like a watercolour on the Caran palette. So those are the top tips. Those are the gorgeous swatches of the dark set of Neocolor IIs, which I think will pair really well with the art graph colours. If you haven't seen that video, go watch me test out the art graph. Oh, they're lovely. And here's my finished landscape that is sort of an autumnal. I'm getting sort of a Scottish vibe going on there. And they're just such a versatile medium, which is why they've made it into one of my favourite art materials. Maybe I'll do a video on my top 5 favourite art materials of this year. Anyway, don't forget to give me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget you can find me on TikTok, Patreon, and you can join the Creative Ladybirds for $2.99 a month, where I film lots of extra content, and it helps me to keep making these videos. Anyway, it just leaves me to say thank you for watching. I just thought I'd show you Audrey. You haven't seen her for a little while because it's just too hot, and normally she doesn't join me up here, so she's just popping in to say hello, say hi. She had a little haircut this weekend, didn't you? Anyway, from us both, thank you for your support. We'll see you again next week.